Hey guys, Ron Douglas here. It always flips to that webcam. I need the other webcam. High def. There we go. High def webcam. There we go. Hey guys, if you can hear me, give me a yes in the questions box. Do a quick mic check. Hey, what's up, Barb, Joe, Ulwuli? Did I pronounce that right? You come on every week and I always mess up your name. Ulwuli? Let me know if I pronounced that right. Gail, Dorcel, Sunita, Patricia, Dan, Fran, James, audio and video are great. All right, cool. Olu, is that the nickname? Olu. Did I get that right? Olu. That's a cool name.
You better remember that for next week.
Yeah, right.
Write that
My
down.
best customers here, and I'm messing up his name. My wife's name is Nilaja, Nilaja, and I swear I didn't know how to pronounce that until like the third date. Her nickname is Nyla, or the full name is Nilaja. It means peaceful and friendly. Her father was very like 70s militant, wanted to have a militant black name, I suppose. My name is just boring. It's Ronald. Ron is short for Ronald. Yeah, so uh, we have an interesting presentation today. If you're into ways to earn money without working so darn hard, right? You're gonna love this presentation today because there are a lot of ways out there, and sometimes we're so hard on ourselves. If we're making money without all the effort and work, then we start to feel like we don't deserve it, or it's not possible, or it's just a fluke. But there are a lot of ways to earn money online just by being in the right place at the right time, putting the right product in front of the right marketplace at the right time, putting products that have, like today especially, we're going to talk about products that have a utility value that's not necessarily like a full book or anything, just something people can use, right? Even if it's just a bunch of blank pages. One of the best-selling books in recent memory was this book called, I think it was something like What Do Men Know About Women? And it was just a title cover and a blank book and like 200 pages of just blank pages. And it was like a novelty type of joke book, and people would buy it as gifts for friends or whatnot, have it on their coffee table. What do men know about women? Nothing. It's just a blank book. And they sold a ridiculous amount of copies. So it's stuff like that, little novelty products. I mean, if you think about how many calendars are sold each year, every year, and what's a calendar? How long does it take to create a calendar, right? All it is maybe some pictures and a calendar and some dates and 12 pages. And those sell like crazy. And you don't have to be an author or a writer or spend much time creating a calendar at all. There's journals where people can use, or diaries. There's all type of different products. So we're gonna learn some ones that you can use, and you can put it on sites like Amazon and sell it. And our guest today is an expert at optimizing products on Amazon and different places. I know she had a really cool software that helped you with reviews. We had her on before, and she was one of the VIP attendees of our WebinarCon event. So I got to see her in March of this year, and she's another local Long Island native. So we actually had dinner a few times out in Long Island, out in New York. She was on the South Shore, and I think she still is on the South Shore. I was on the North Shore of Long Island, and now I'm in Atlanta. So I don't see her as much, but it was good to see her this year at the WebinarCon event. So, guys, give me a yes in the questions box if you'd like to learn how to earn money without a whole lot of work. Yes. See all the yeses. Someone said the pet rock. Yeah, exactly, Barb. Yep, the pet rock. It's just like a little novelty thing. And there's a ton of different ideas and different ways you can frame it, right? So, I mean, just looking at a calendar alone, you can have a calendar for attorneys, a calendar for doctors, a calendar for chiropractors, a calendar for personal fitness. I mean, you could have a personal fitness training log. That's another example. I'm just thinking of all these examples off the top of my head of low content or tiny content, as our guest likes to say, tiny content products that you could just crank out, build a customer list. We sell templates is one of the things we sell on done for you templates, dfytemplates.com. And we sell like kind of fill in the blank templates, and we sell them as private label. So we create it once. I don't even create it. I mean, Alice and her team does it, and I just kind of share in the profits. Sometimes I feel guilty saying that, but I help promote the site. So I guess I deserve some of the profits of that. You know, half the profits from. So the content team, we just pay them to create these templates. We give them a little bit of guidance, and then we sell these marketing templates over and over again, and that's low content, and it works like crazy. So I don't pretend to be the expert at it. That's why I have Deb on, and I'm curious to see what other type of ideas we can come up with, and what other type of ways we can market low content products, get the word out there, and it's, you know, stuff that you can create today and be making money by the end of the week. So how many of you would like to create something today and be making money by the end of the week? Give me a yes. If you'd like to, Magnus, I mean, shoot, everybody. Triana, Dorcel, Carol, Dawn, Helen, Joe, Fran. Yeah, Fanford. Yeah, Deb Drum. Yep, yep. Gail, Olu, Patricia, Sharon. All right, great, great. So we're gonna bring Deb on now. And as I said, Deb is an expert at this. She's made so much money. I mean, full-time income with low content products. And more importantly, she's taught a lot of people how to do it. So she's known throughout the internet as the expert when it comes to low content products and earning money with them, not just creating them. Anybody can create one, but how do you take that product now and get it out there and earn money from it, market it, put it, you know, list it on different marketplaces, do the right things in terms of getting it the proper amount of attention so people that want to buy it actually can find it. So that's really the million-dollar question that Deb is going to answer for us on this presentation. So if you're excited about that, I am too. We're going to bring on Deb. Let's see if we can flip the screen to Deb. And give us about an hour of your time. Grab a pen and a pad. And I promise you, you're going to walk away with something good, with a way to make these easy products that sell like crazy. So over to you, Deb. Let me turn off this webcam.
Cool. Thank you so much, Ron. It's always a pleasure hanging with you. And yeah, so I definitely miss our Long Island dinners, and hopefully, I know, you know, we're set to and scheduled to see each other again, I think next April. So knock on wood that we're able to do that.
God willing, hopefully we could have the event.
I know. But, you know, while we're going through this all together, we are in complete control of what we can do during this time to make it the best for ourselves, our lives, our family, and everything. And that's why I love talking about this stuff, because as you're going to see, anybody can do this. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to have any special education. You just kind of need some direction. So yes, we're going to be talking about tiny content, giant profits, what I like to call it. And I'm going to show you my 5-step process to creating passive income with the tiniest amounts of content. And that's me just having some fun. I'm pretty laid back, so hopefully you appreciate that. And please go ahead and put away any distractions right now that you might have in front of you, because this presentation today, this workshop, is exactly what you want to know. And how do I know that? Well, because I have a group on Facebook. It's called Passive Income with Content. And before I let people in, I ask them a few questions, and I say, like, what are you struggling with, or what do you need the most help with? And that's how I came about and worked on this presentation today. It's just exactly what people want to know and the most responses that I got. And I'm constantly learning from the community as well. So this is definitely for you. And I have really a stay to the end bonus. I keep forgetting to change the slide. And it's I'm going to be giving you an 18-page simple PDF. And this is just a sample of a PDF, a short report that made 30K. Okay, 18 pages. Stop to think about that for a second. Okay, it wasn't like a whole ebook. It wasn't 20,000 words. It was 18 pages. And you might even be interested in the subject matter too. It's called Set Up a Free Professional Membership Site That Gets Organic Traffic in 10 minutes or less. Okay, so this is just one of the tiny content products we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about many here today. So I'd love you to go ahead and answer a question for me in the questions box. Do you feel like you have a step-by-step system that is proven to work to create passive income in your business? And before you answer yes or no, if it is yes, then just in the same response, go ahead and just let me know what it is. Just so I can get an idea of who is here today. Okay. Thanks, Fran. Sweet of you. People are excited. Barb, I love that. Let's go. Okay, so I'm getting some no's. Actually, anytime somebody says yes, it's interesting. I get the same response. That's great, Magnus. More no's than yeses. One somewhat. Okay, cool. We're at the start of it. That's fine. I love that. That only means that you're going to be a yes real soon. Oh, Patrice, that's awesome. I love that. Great, Gail. Right, thanks for everyone else who's answered. Joe, Dan, Patricia, Herman, Caroline, Dorsal, James, Harold. Great, thank you so much. I love the interaction. So you're finally in the right place if you want to create passive income in your business with a step-by-step method that works for you. And why I highlight for you is because we're going to have many options here. It's not just like do this one thing and then you can have passive income. You have several different options and you just choose which one you want to do that appeals to you most. So what we're going to cover today and why we're here is I'm going to show you, as Ron said earlier, not to work as hard as you think you have to create an easier path to cash and really joy in your life. That's what we're after. So remember I told you about the 3 questions or the main questions that people ask me, and I'm going to talk about the top 3 that I get all the time. And you might relate to some of these. The first one is, where do I start? This is a really, really big one, especially because there's so much noise out there. When I say noise, I mean that there are really, truthfully, thousands of ways that you can make money online. So if there's thousands of ways and you're getting hit with them every single day, do this one, do this one, do this one, then we get pretty confused, right? So we don't really know where to start. And unfortunately too, there's many influencers out there that say, hey, do this, and the thing that they're pushing doesn't really work, or they're not giving you the full story. So people end up really, really confused even after they purchase something that was promised to, make them money or help them make them money. The next question I get, and this was actually my biggest question when I first started out, is what niche to go into. I was like, yeah, I want to make money online, but I don't know what I want to sell, right? I have no clue what people even want to buy. Give me a yes in the questions box if you have this question too, like what niche, what topic do I choose, right? There's so many topics out there. Which one do I go after? Yeah, I'm getting lots of yeses in the question box for sure. And then the third is how do I get more leads and then more passive sales, right? This is a big one. This is a question that even veterans have all the time, right? Or this is something that we're always after. And what's the best way to do it? Okay, so those are the top three. And so because I've gotten those questions so many times, I actually developed a 5-step process, and I call it the 5C process because all the steps just so happen to start with the letter C. And they all work together to making passive income with content. And the good news is that it's not about creating and writing long ebooks that take forever. There's no paid advertising and throwing money out the window, testing to see what works. There's no complicated long process that takes months to make money. Good news, more good news is that you can put together an offer even cold leads say yes to. And it's actually really easy to pick a niche to generate consistent and recurring income. And there are fast ways you can test this process with not a lot of money and not a lot of time invested. Boy, I wish I had this when I first started out, because I definitely didn't have this. I'll tell you how I learned kind of the hard way. But nowadays, my favorite topic to talk about is tiny content, or you might hear this as low content products, okay? And low or tiny content products, they come in two forms. One is the physical product form, and don't worry, we're not talking about buying inventory or anything like that. I'm actually super lazy. The word e-commerce is not really in my business dictionary. This is all print on demand. So, you're not filling up your garage with, like millions of widgets or anything like that. It's not about that. And then the other side of it is actually digital content products. And we're going to be talking about both. So what is tiny content creation? Well, there's lots of choices we have here. I consider tiny content products journals, pillowcases, posters, card decks, affiliate marketing, automation, templates, bonuses, low ticket PDFs like one problem, one solution, workbooks, digital physical books, PLR repurposing, licensing, print on demand, how-to products, printables, one-sheeters, cheat sheets, even products you don't create yourself, and so much more. And creating tiny content can be in the form of written content, video content, voice content, like talking, and graphics. So I'm just curious, out of these four, which one do you like the best? Which form of content do you like to create in? I'm just curious. Here, I'm going to pop back open the questions box. Yeah, Barb says spent way too much money on stuff that doesn't work for sure. Yep. All right, so we're getting some mixture of all different answers here. And it's no shock to me that the number one way is written. After doing this workshop a bunch of times, I actually was shocked that most people like to write. But yeah, that's usually the common answer here. Okay, perfect. Barb says not video. Well, hopefully we've changed that for you one day. Awesome. Thank you so much. Sam, Susanna, Judy, Magnus, Patrice. Jerry, Fran, Dorsal, Joe, Jack. Oh, I already forgot your nickname. Oh, Ollie. I think it was Ollie. I'm sorry. I told Ron to remember it, and uh, Olu, Olu, or Alu. Okay, cool. Alu. Perfect. Well, no matter what you chose, they are actually all easy. Okay, so no matter which one you chose, every single one of them is easy. And I'm going to show you how I make money with all 4 of these methods. Okay, written, video, voice, and graphics. And I have multiple tiny content, giant profit systems in place in my business. And these types of products have made it possible for me to make income passively, and I've built them up over the past 10 years. So I'm going to reveal the first C, and that's step 1, and that C stands for create, because without having a creation, you can't really sell anything online, right? It needs something. And that's why the create is the first thing we have to kind of focus on. Creating is actually easier than you think. It's actually my favorite part. And the creation part has 2 parts. Number 1 is the topic, and number 2 is the actual creating of it. So once you have your topic, then you actually create it. So let's talk about the topic. And remember, this was one of those major questions, right? What topic do I choose? What is my niche? This is the answer here, which I'm going to go through. So the simple action step is you want to make sure there are people buying and consuming products already. So the last thing you want to do, and it's very hard unless you have a ton of money, is the last thing you want to do is like have to educate someone and then convince them to buy. You want them to kind of already be sold, and then all you need to do is convince them to buy. All right, so we don't want to work too hard here. So all you need to do is search online to make sure people are buying the products that you have an idea for. And you just want to search in these 4 places, and it could really literally take less than 5 minutes. You want to search on YouTube, Google, Amazon, and then you want to see if there's ads running for the topic. And I call this niche validation. So we're validating whether or not to go into a niche or not. So if we want to do a test, let's say I have a product idea for a 6-pack abs in 6 weeks. Okay, this is just completely made up. You could probably get a 6-pack in 6 weeks if you're kind of close to it. If you're not close to it and you have like a beer belly, then maybe it'll take way more than 6 weeks, maybe 6 months. But it probably is doable either way. So I just have a quick search here on Google, and I see that there's about 365 million results. So, that just shows that people are searching for that. And then we can also see, we don't even need to go to YouTube because Google shows YouTube results, right? So there's videos on it. We see that there's articles and, other types of written content about the topic. That's always good. Now we also see that there's ads on Google. And if we head over to Amazon here, we see that not only there are digital products like Kindle books, but there's also physical products. There's also ads, sponsored ads. So all around this gets a green check mark. Okay, so this is a niche that we can, if we have a great product idea for, we can probably do well and get in. Now I know many of you here are smart cookies and you are saying to yourself, wow, Debbie, I can't compete with 365 million results. Like, that's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. And the thing is that there's always a way in a niche. Don't ever say, oh, that niche is saturated, there's too many people. It's actually, the bigger the niche, the better, because there's always a way in. So right now, today, we're actually talking about the niche of home business or make money online, right? But we're sub-niching down. We're talking about content. Then we're sub-niching down from that. We're talking about low content, right? So you can always sub-niche your way into a really big niche and then, have your piece of that pie. So don't ever, if you have a great product or a great idea, there's always room, especially today with, we're not talking about paid advertising, but you can always pay your way in too, and we'll talk about that too. All right, so now that we have an idea, now we can actually create the product. So we can create the product in written, video, voice, or graphics. So I'm going to show you a tiny content product that I created in the written format. And I have written in quotes because it's really not a lot of writing. So 2 years ago, I got very interested in the law of attraction, and I started really studying it. And I claim to be no guru, okay? I study the practices of Abraham Hicks. I don't know if you've ever heard of her before, but she's awesome. And my life has changed since I've been doing that. And what I do is I started to make journals based on the exercises of her teachings, okay? And I made 2 so far. I'm working on my 3rd one. I can't seem to get around to finishing it because the summer sunshine pulls me away from my laptop all the time. But the first journal, and both of these journals, I made 11K in 3 months. And the first journal took me less than 2 hours to create. And I know this because I created on a flight from Florida, or New York to Florida, which is less than 2, or just about a little over 2 hours. And I already had the idea, granted. The second journal, the focus wheel journal, which I'm going to show you, took way less than that because it was a lot easier. It was a lot less content, and it was kind of like a spin-off of the first one. So that was really, really quick. So I'm going to just jump out of this. I want to show you what I created here. So this is a PowerPoint document, okay? My tool of choice to create low content, especially when it's written, is PowerPoint. There's a lot of others. You can create them in Pages, you can create them in Word, you can create them in Google Docs, you can create them in Slides, you can create them in Canva, okay? So once you know one tool, you kind of know them all. I love Microsoft PowerPoint. It's my favorite. I use Office 365. So basically here you can see that this is an 8.5 by 11 page size, and I have my title cover on the first slide. I've got my copyright information on the second slide. And then I have, here's my quote unquote writing. There's 2 pages of writing. See, 1, 2. The first one is like kind of like, hey, here's who I am. Here's my little story of why I did this, what's in it for you type of thing. And then the second page is like how to get the most out of the journal, how do you use the journal. I lead people from offline to online. They can download this book as in digital format or physical book format. Okay, so it's also a book, a physical book, which is awesome because then you can charge more when you make a physical book. So whenever I make a physical book, I always lead people to go to my other online properties. This is a focus wheel. It's just an example of me filling one out. And I did this on purpose, with my chicken scratch handwriting, because I know that their focus wheels are gonna look like this too. So that's why I did it this way, and I didn't type everything in, okay? And then the rest of the book are it's just focus wheel after focus wheel after focus wheel, and it goes on, to 100 pages. And as you can see, that is why this book only took, this front one probably took, maybe an hour or so, just because I spend a little bit of time, on the written part, just because that's important. I always ask for a review. So pretty darn easy, right? It wasn't that hard. And actually, let me show you how you can you can create another product, especially if you're doing these journal type products. Okay, you can actually create a digital product from this and sell it and make passive income. So this is the focus wheel, and all I did was I made one page into a PDF, and I gave it away. So I said, here, you can print this out and do your focus wheels on individual paper, right? And you can print it out as many times as you want, or you can get the book so that you can keep your focus wheels in the same, all together. You can look back, you're not gonna lose them. You can also go ahead and turn around and sell these as printables as well. Like, I know people who are selling these one-page content printables for $1, but they're selling like 6,000 of them. Like, imagine spending 30 minutes. This probably took less time just to actually make this page, right? And making $6,000. That's insane, right? People are doing that, and they're doing it every single day. And the only reason why they're making the money is because they're the ones that are doing it. Okay, wasn't very hard, right? Hope you agree with that. So you could publish in subjects like food, exercise, any sport, any activity, basketball, ping pong, soccer, baseball, you name it. There are so many. Games, feelings / journals, right? Rule books, guidelines. Like, not that, we want to capitalize on the worst thing that's going on in the world today, but there are people that need signs to go up on their office space, their place of business, that, they want to give direction to people on what to do, like stand 6 feet away, wear your mask, blah, 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 right? They're not everybody wants to create these pages themselves. They just go online and buy it. And you can be the one that they're buying from. So if you can, just while we're here, just share your idea in the questions box and what you can create. That's like one page worth of content, and perhaps maybe other people would be interested in it to buy it and use it. Okay, and this is also really encouraging because, number one, people are buying this stuff, right? And number two, if you actually help people, like, sometimes when we're working on these things, we're like, oh, well, let's just get it out and see what happens. But like, I get feedback from my journals that I created. One woman said, I sat near a lake for 2 hours with your focus wheel journal, just creating focus wheels after focus wheel after focus wheel. And I'm like, that really inspired me to create more. And I'm like, oh my God, That's awesome, right? So people need these, people use them. We can be the ones that create it. Some people are saying there's an audio issue, but looks like for the most part, we're good. Patrice, setting up a garden. Oh, I love it. Gail, 10 ways to become a good team player. Yes. PDF on time blocking. Oh, yeah. Okay, Dorsal says audio is great. Permaculture says gourd. Checklists. Yep. I love these ideas. Keep thinking about them and keep envisioning you creating something that and think about this for a second here. Even if we come up with, let's say we make a mistake and we make something that nobody wants. Oh, well, that's 30 minutes of our time that we wasted. I think that's better than sitting around watching the news or wasting time some other way, right? So I always say, let's just get it done, because there's not a lot of time that's being wasted here, right? So that's why this is really cool. And I have awesome colleagues that have been doing this too. Rebecca Holman, she's awesome. She's purchased many of my trainings. She's published over 3,000 low content products on Amazon, now sells her own training and her unique ways on how she makes money. So, there are people doing this and taking action, and that's all you need to do. So just a little bit about how I started. To give you a lot of encouragement here. It was March 2010. Things were a lot different. I did outside sales, and I was always in cars and planes and trains in a different hotel room. I was traveling the northeast part of the country, so like not fun at all, AKA. My dream was to just work out of my home office. And, that's when I kind of Googled how to make money online. That's me 7 years ago. I was like a really big nerd, and I'm probably still that big nerd without that ugly headset on. And then that's me on the right with my slippers at my home office there. And that was my dream. I didn't want to have to go anywhere to make money. And how I started and how I started making money was with content. So I was publishing one book a week, and I would have to do a lot of work just to make royalties of $4.95. It was so much work. It would take me the whole week. I would have to wake up early before work and go to bed late, working all the time, working 7 days a week on my business and my real job. And what I'd do is I would take that same piece of content and I would sell it on all these different marketplaces, like Amazon. I would sell it as a physical book. I would sell it on iBooks, Barnes and Noble, Smashwords. Like when Smashwords was one of the only players in town. Now I don't use them anymore, but now there are a lot of different publishing sites. But this took a lot of my time. And along the way, I just got better at everything. I had more ideas for products. I made affiliate sales. I got better at copywriting. My income grew. I made royalties. So, this was a nice little journey for me. I created over 500 info products, all in every single form of content, the written, video, the voice, and the graphics. These are just some examples here of products that I've created. And I even went on to create many bestsellers, Amazon bestsellers. Also, I was part of a project. We became USA Today and Wall Street Journal bestseller in a book called Write and Grow Rich, which was really awesome. So the point being here is that I want to stress that a lot of opportunities that we have today could lead to money a lot quicker. And the fact that I was literally writing books under pen names on how to grow an organic garden, how to overcome jealousy, like topics that I wasn't an expert in and I was still making money. It's not hard to make money if you just do the work. So let's continue to talk about step one, which is create, because I did promise you I wanted to show you an example of all four. Here's a graphics example of how I make money with graphics all the time. I'm just going to exit out of this, and I'm going to also stay in PowerPoint. Okay, this is no fancy software. It's still PowerPoint. I'm just going to write, I love you. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Okay. Copy that. And then I'm going to go to the next slide. And I'm just going to paste that there. Make it a little bit smaller. So this is one of my favorite physical product ways to making money, and that is pillowcases. I love, love, love making pillowcases. And as you can see, that pillowcase took me less than a minute to create. Less than 1 minute. And you can take these simple phrases, even from movies, quotes, and you can put them on these different print-on-demand products. My favorite one is just happens to be pillowcases. I'm just obsessed with them. But the crazy part is that you can hit the jackpot with a stupidly simple idea, okay? You can have one idea that you put on a pillowcase or any other type of physical product and make passive income and make sales, and you're like, you literally feel like you're committing a crime when you make money with something that has taken you to like less than 2 minutes to create. So that's just the way that I make money with graphics. Here's another way I make money with graphics with screenshots. You'll see that in my reports have a lot of screenshots there. So I just want to give you a disclaimer here and tell you that some of this content that we create in all these forms, some of them can be done with no marketing or paid advertising. But the disclaimer is that you can do marketing and paid advertising if you want, right? So if you have something that's doing really well, maybe you're selling on a particular site and you want to throw some sponsored advertising, or maybe you have a list already and you want to promote to that list, you can do that. But also a lot of these tiny content products, you can just throw them up there and be smart about your keywords and your titles, and then just have them sell organically and just keep creating them over and over. Some people like to do that. Like I know for me, when I first started, I told you I did outside sales. For my outside sales job, I had to talk all day long. The last thing I wanted to do when I was working on my business was talk to anyone. I just wanted to, stay in my room, even in my bed, and create products and not talk to anyone and not have to market or do anything like that. And that's what I did. All my products sold organically. So you have the choice. So the next demo I'm going to tell you about incorporates all these written, video, voice, and graphics. And that's this report that you're going to get if you stay to the end, this 18-page simple PDF. This is an overview of what the report looks like, and I want to point out a couple of things. Notice like the first 3 pages is your standard title page, copyright, table of contents. Notice that the font is like 18 or 16 font, okay? Notice how many screenshots there are and how very little writing there is in this report. Okay, that's why this is a tiny content report, because it's only like talks about one topic. It doesn't talk about all different ways. It's just one topic. Okay. So I'm going to share with you how I got this done very quickly. And so step 1 for me and for you, you want to outline your report, but my suggestion is to create a video so you can have the video, audio, and the written content. A lot of times you want to cater to all different ways that people can consume content. Like for me, I like consuming content, watching a video or listening. Some people have no time for that and they just read it, you know. We want to cater to all those people. So this is just a picture of me. I was filming the content and I was also recording it at the same time. So I was kind of doing 2 in 1. Step 2 is you want to get the content transcribed. The pro tip here is you want to clean the recording. So you're going to have, you know, times when you cough, you're going to have times when you mess up or fumble on your words. You're going to want to clean that up because a lot of the services that do transcription, they charge by the minute. So, you know, if you waste 5 minutes, that's something like if it's $1 a minute, that's $5. So I have 3 options here to transcribe. My favorite is rev.com. You pay slightly more, but there's less edits and the turnaround time is very, very quick, same day, okay? Temi, which I think is related somewhat to rev.com, you pay slightly less, but you're going to be editing a lot more because they're not going to clean up your content for you. And the work speed is very fast, even faster than Rev. And then you can hire a good old human transcriptionist. Pay is whatever they ask, and if you want to pay it, you do. There's probably going to be less edits, and the work speed is probably going to be a lot slower because they're, number 1, they're human. Number 2, they're probably working on other jobs, and you know, there you go. So you can choose one that best suits you. However you can get your written, your spoken word into text is the goal. Step 3 is you want to transform this into a report with screenshots, preferably. The pro tip here is to slightly clean the content or the words by taking out what sounds like you're talking. So I'll say things like, you know, or so, and right, which makes sense when I'm speaking, but doesn't look so good on paper. And then step 4 is you want to add your catchy title and cover graphics. Okay, graphics go a long way when we're talking about how to make money online and marketing online, as you know, to buy anything that's digital, even anything that's low content. We're going to want to see screenshots of what we're getting, right? Visuals of what we're getting. Book covers, obviously, they sell books. So having a crafty graphic or artwork with whatever you're selling, there needs to be a lot of thought. Sometimes when I'm creating a product, I can't even create the product before I have a graphic in mind. So it helps me visualize what I want to create. So here's just some tiny content that I created over the years. This one on the top left, we didn't really even get to talk about those. We will though. This is, you know, using PLR with physical products to make money. These law of attraction journals, I already talked about them, 11K in 3 months. I also like making posters, 30K plus. This pillowcase I just made for fun for my nephew named Owen. These short reports, 50K. This journal, 25K plus. So they do make money. Question is, would you like to do this too? Give me a yes, because I'm going to show you how to do it. Right after I take a quick sip and while the yeses kind of roll in here. We've got a bunch of you still on here today, and I'm guessing you're still here because you want to make money online, but you just want to get straight to profiting without spinning your wheels and wasting precious time. And you're still here because you want to just know where to start and a step-by-step roadmap to get there faster. And you know you can do this too, most importantly. So what I'm about to tell you might blow your mind, but you don't need a college degree, you don't need guru status, you don't need a website, you don't need any special qualities, you just need to follow simple instructions. And let me know in the questions box right now, play along. Do you know these people? Because everyone knows these people. This guy on the left and this girl on the right. Well, if you don't know their names, this guy is Joe Schmo and this girl is Lazy Linda. And Joe Schmo and Lazy Linda, well, they're both making money online. And you know, you've met Joe before because you know you're smarter than him. You know you have ideas, much more ideas, many more ideas than he does. You just know that you can do a better job than Joe. And Lazy Linda, well, sometimes she doesn't start working until like noon or maybe even 3 o'clock because she has to wake up by noon and then, you know, butts around for about 3 hours and then she gets to work, right? They're doing it though. That you know these people because they're doing it and they're the ones that are making money. So we know that we can do it too. So are you ready to finally create passive profits in your business and set up your engine to make ongoing sales that work for you over and over again? Say yes, because I want to introduce you to Tiny Content, Giant Profits. And I put this course together because I got a lot of questions about my methods and folks wanting to see what I was doing behind the scenes. And to make this cost effective for everyone, so I don't have to repeat myself over and over in private one-on-one coaching calls, I decided to put this course together in one place where you can go through it at your own pace and have it forever as you need it. So the way that I designed this is that there's 2 levels. The first level is the tiny content products. So remember all these that I kind of talked about earlier. I know I couldn't go through all of these today just because it's so many. I went through a few of them though, but let me just explain. So journals, workbooks, printables, they're very quick to put together. People buy this. Millions are being made right now. They're fun and creative. You get your feet wet publishing books. After one journal or workbook, you're a published author. You can give them away with your coaching programs if that's where you are in your business. Add value to your high ticket offers, makes you memorable, which is really important in this busy world amongst all the other marketers that are out there. You want to be remembered, and this is what'll do it. Pillowcases, posters, card decks, so much fun. They're really quick to make, sometimes less than 4 minutes. Print on demand. Remember, we're not buying inventory. We only buy inventory if we have a clear winner, right? So there's no risk involved. People love these items and they love custom gifts. They're fun and creative. They sell passively with no marketing, and you get your feet wet making physical products that are print on demand. Low content PDFs, simple how-to products. These can be one-pagers too. This is one that I created recently on the Entrepreneur's Guide to Surviving Quarantine. I made like 6K with this. Easy to do, lots of income potential if you do them right. You'll kick yourself when you learn that you've just been working too hard because these simple PDFs make a lot of money and it's your turn. Affiliate marketing is a great way to generate income. So I show you, if you're interested in affiliate marketing, I show you my set and forget process. I show you how to sell other people's products and get paid passively. I show you the step-by-step system. And I show you how to automate this as well. Banking with bonuses, a great way to make money, how to turn fans and followers with the bonuses you offer. My method is like no other. I've been using it for years. Gets me on leaderboards, making a ton of passive sales with affiliate marketing, and anything that I sell, I'm sharing all my secrets. Then we have digital content with physical products. This is huge if you like to create content, even content you don't even have to create yourself. You can use private label rights. This is a product that I recently purchased, and I have two of these products, the pink one and the orange one, side by side. They're actually two different products. Which one? They're fairly similar price point, right? Which one would you gravitate towards if you're looking to buy this? It's a Pilates ring. It's like an exercise type of product. Notice what the orange product has. It has a piece of content. It shows exercises, how you can use the product, and that's included, right? It's only $1 more, but you get a lot more information out of the orange one than you do with the pink one, right? I'd pay $1 more any day of the week, and guess what? Physical products need digital products to make them more valuable. All right, we could be the ones that create that product and align ourselves with these physical product owners, okay? I've made thousands with this method. They're very high in demand. Sales without an audience. This is a big one for those of you who are just starting out. I highly recommend publishing to multiple digital channels. I show you how to get traffic off of Amazon because there's tons of buyers outside of Amazon. No marketing involved, less competition, not a lot of additional work, and passive income. So for each one of those, I show you the how-to, the how to make money, the best strategy, and what doesn't work. And my goal for level 1 is for you to just experience what it is to make ongoing sales in your business online. You get so happy. And most of these products are very simple. They should take between 30 minutes to an hour to create. They're free to create. Some you don't even have to create yourself, okay? So now, we spent a lot of time talking about step 1, which is create, but there's all these other steps here. Step 2, step 3, step 4, and 5, which is the 4 other C's in the 5-step process. Step 2 is close. Step 3 is connect. Step 4 is capitalize. And step 5 is continue. And that's why I put these on level 2. Okay, so level 2 is kind of like the intermediate advanced level. Okay, and the reason why I love this image here with the stick figures is because you can be anyone. You don't have to be anyone special. You don't have to be a specific age, a specific race, a specific gender. You can be anyone, and this could work for you. And there's more earning potential in level 2. So Level 2, we talk about the remaining 5 steps, or the remaining 4 steps here. So create, we talk about how to create amazing content to sell, graphics, written, audio, video, what to create so your customers love you and keep coming back. Close is really how to sell, the basics of selling online to make money. Turn your visitors into buyers, turn your browsers into followers, turn followers into customers, and make them come back for more for continued profits. Number 3 is connect. Remember, there's no paid advertising here. So I show you how to get in front of your target audience if you don't want to do paid advertising. I show you how to talk to powerful influencers. Many people do this the wrong way, and a lot of times you only get one shot. And if you screw up that shot, then maybe you get another shot after like a couple years, and after that person forgot how much you screwed up the first time. So I do this all the time. I show you how to get in front of your target audience and instantly get in front of audiences that you want to get in front of. My friend Stefan says, I don't know how she does it, but Debbie manages to send quality buyer traffic consistently that always converts really well. She knows how to drive traffic and she knows how to get that traffic to convert. I wish I had more affiliates like Debbie. So number 4 is capitalize, okay? So we are human. That means that once we get a little taste of success, what do we want? We want more, right? We're never happy when. People always say, oh, I'll be happy when I get the dream house. I'll be happy when I get the white picket fence. I'll be happy when I get the car I want. What happens when we get those things? We're not that happy anymore. We want something else. So this is why we have capitalized, because we want to make more. So we talk about, I show you the exact pricing strategy you need for a 30K sales launch. What kinds of products do you need to make even more on what you sell? And also sales optimization strategy, how to make more. Okay, we don't have to feel bad about this too. I used to think, oh, you know, it's wrong to want. It's not. It's human. We're human. The last step is the, last but not least. It's very, very important. Continue. Okay. How do you continue your upward process? How to make more passive income? How to grow your following? How to make more income generating deals? Okay, so you don't want to just stop at one pillowcase. If I stopped at the first book I created, I probably would have only made $4.95 throughout these whole 10 years, right? The point is that you have to keep going. So level 2 is more about knowledge. It's about understanding how to sell over and over again. And also discovering money-making influencers that will help you with no paid advertising. So level 2 is really where you make the most money, okay? So this is all inside Tiny Content, Giant Profits. What's included? You get instant access to level 1 and level 2. So I don't hold you back from level 2. You get them both. You also get access to a secure membership site. You get a username and password that's protected. The way that I teach is all 4 ways that I told you here today: written, video, audio, and graphics. Okay, and my audio and video content is not very long. So I pride myself on how I create content because I'm a consumer myself. I buy information products all the time, and the ones that work the best are the ones where you can easily find things when you need them at a later time. So sometimes you have to consume the information, and then when you're ready to implement, you want to refer back. So I give summaries, and my trainings aren't long, so you can easily find stuff. You can read or listen from anywhere at your own pace and speed up or slow down videos. And of course, there are some add-ons and bonuses that really align with the goal that we're after here, okay? So they're not just things that I'm adding on just to add on. They all work with this whole entire thing that we're building. So bonus one is a case study. I show you how to turn a $47 investment into a $10,000 earning in one promotion. Okay, so we didn't even really talk about licensing here too much, but tip here is you don't always have to be the one creating the product to make the money, which is really cool. Bonus two is pretty new and it's pure gold. I teach how to sell digital products as physical products. Okay, I actually have a guest teacher that did this bonus in here. Think about if you like creating content, which a lot of you say you like to write, think about the value of a Kindle book, right? If we're going to go and buy a Kindle book, probably the most we're going to pay, maybe it's $9.99, but most of the time we're paying in the range of like 99 cents, $2.99, right? But once that digital content turns into a physical product, you can now charge higher prices, and you can also take advantage of that organic Amazon traffic. Okay, so this is an awesome bonus if you do like to create content. Bonus three is pretty awesome too because you get access to me. I don't just leave you to it. If you have questions, excuse me, you could ask them in the questions in the members group, okay? And I usually answer them either with video, voice memo, or I write high-level coaching back to you if you have that question, or if you just need help navigating or finding something, I help you do that, okay? So my interaction is heavy in this course. Bonus four is what I call the product for you method. This is another one if you are into creating content, if you're maybe at that level 2 and you're at that level and maybe you haven't experienced some success yet and you want to create more digital products maybe. This method alone has made me over 150,000 in and of itself. I still actually use this method today, even though I'm established online. You can use this as a beginner or intermediate and advanced. Really, really powerful. People love this bonus. Bonus 5, I just decided to make this bonus unannounced extras because I have a lot of stuff in here, like templates. I give you publishing training. Let's say you've never published a book before and you want to make a journal and you don't know how to get it onto Amazon. That's in there. You know, PLR training, things that just come up that I add for you because this is my flagship product. And it's right, as you can see, it will be a really good deal, but I will be charging more in the future for this. I can't talk about everything. We're not going to, be able to stay here all day. So, but that's all that's in there. So are you finally ready for passive income and saying goodbye to confusion and low sales? If you are, it's all inside Tiny Content Giant Profit. So what it's all worth, everything that's included here. Tiny Content Giant Profits level 1, that's a $19.97 value. Level 2 jumps up to $4,997 just because that's where more income is generated. Bonus 1 had to turn a $47 investment into $10,000. That's a $497 value. Bonus 2, selling digital as physical. That's another $497 value. Bonus 3, access to me jumps up again because that's my time in there. I could just leave you to it and figure it out on your own, but I'm not doing that. I'm adding my time into that. Bonus 4, the product for you method revealed. That's another high value because I've made a lot of money with that and I'm teaching that inside of Tiny Content, Giant Profits. Unannounced extras, $4.97 value, but probably more. I just gave it that. Worth a total of $18,479. So finally revealed the investment for Tiny Content, Giant Profits. You've probably been waiting for this. The general public will pay in full $19.97 or 3 payments of $6.97. If you were to, kind of stumble on a special deal somewhere, maybe you'd pay in full $6.97 or 3 payments of $3.97. But on this webinar, your investment today is a pay in full of $4.97. And that's at debdrum.com/TCGP-RON, standing for Tiny Content, Giant Profits, RON. And when you go to that link, you're going to see a box on that page. We're going to type in the questions box, hopefully very soon. And you're going to have the ability to enter a coupon code. And the coupon code is SAVE100. And that coupon code will allow you to do just that. Save $100, which will bring your investment down automatically to $3.97. And that deal will expire when the countdown timer goes off. And that countdown timer is on the checkout page right now. So I'm gonna type in, I just typed into the chat box the link. If somebody could go ahead and just make sure I did that right, and let me know in the questions box, that would be great. Okay, and then the coupon code is SAVE100. So just let me know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a quick drink. I'm going to play this video for you. I'm going to get to some frequently asked questions, and then I'm going to get to your questions here live.
So I just got off the call with Debbie, and she basically blew my freaking mind with how simple this tiny content stuff can be. So I've had this tiny content offer for a while, and I've been just basically procrastinating putting it out there because I didn't really understand all the stuff that went into it. That's not my usual thing. But when I talked to Debbie, she just like broke down the entire process step by step and made it like the simplest thing possible. And it took her like 2 minutes. She just like completely changed how I looked at this content stuff and made it like so simple, so easy. And like all of the things that I like threw at her, like, oh well, I don't know how to do an affiliate program, or I don't know how to do this. She just like had an immediate answer for it. She's a total freaking genius at this stuff and makes it so incredibly simple. So I cannot recommend Debbie highly enough. Like if you want to get your stuff out there, if you want to like get it done in the most simple, efficient way possible and get it out there fast to start making money, Debbie is definitely the person to help you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Brooke there. All right, so here's what happens next. For those of you who are already inside or getting inside, you're going to have immediate access to all these things that you see here, the level 1, the level 2, and all the 5 bonuses that we covered already. And that's just, again, at debdrum.com/TCGP-RON. Okay, and let me just make sure the link worked. I think these yeses were from that link working, hopefully. Okay.
Yeah, it worked, Deb. I just tried it.
Perfect.
Let me just say, if you guys were on our presentation last week with Rachel, her program was $2,000. A lot of people, couldn't afford it. She was teaching you an easy way to earn money from Amazon. Well, here's your chance now, $497. This is a steal. And this is a super, probably easier than last week because, you know, you don't have to deal with any physical, you know, type of mugs or shipping anything or any type of, you know, this is mostly information products. I mean, you can create some physical parts of it as well, but this is a much easier system because it takes a lot less time to create these tiny content products. So if you missed out on last week, now's another chance. I mean, Amazon is still a huge opportunity. Just $4.97, you can get into that. Go to debdrum.com/TCGPRON. TC, what is that short for? TCGPRON.
Tiny content, giant profits, Ron.
Ron, okay, gotcha. Tiny content, giant profits, Ron. TCGPRON. Okay. A little bit sleepy today. But thanks a lot. That was really some good information. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna get this program myself and pass it on to my daughter because I think this is something that she can do. She's been looking for something else to get involved in. So I think she just turned 16, and I think she'd have a field day with this because she's pretty creative.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Whenever I get like a chance, I love just creating and making things and you know, when just to kind of lighten up the mood and not get so serious all the time. But I do want to share with you some kind of, I'd love for you to like envision couple of things here. Like, let's say you make your first sale and you make $19.95. Well, it's not a ton of money, but it should really excite you because now you can replicate this over and over. You learn a new skill that you can teach other people. We've grown an audience. You get smarter with each sale that you make. You get addicted to growing your business and helping others. And let's say you make your first sale and you make $97. Well, that means that you know the formula for making money online and having a passive income. And then you're just really doing the happy dance because you can just keep doing this over and over and over again. That's at debdrum.com/TCGP-RON. So getting in on the right way will save you time and a lot of heartache and struggle. So this is how to get started. And I also want to extend this is a fast action bonus, okay? So those people who do get in before the deal expires, I'm going to give you access to my newest report. It's called Tiny Reports, Giant Profits. So this is where you're writing a little bit more. But, you know, these are like how-to products. These are short reports. So we talk about, I still actually go through this report to get ideas just for on how to sell my short reports, how to find ideas, how to choose a highly profitable market, how to write in-demand content. Like if you don't have content ideas, this will show you how to do it. How to package, price, and position your small report, and how to, and more importantly, do that mini sales letter so that you can make those sales and not have to create a lot of content. So this is a fast action bonus for you. A lot of people say that I'm easy to follow. That's just one of the things that people say and they have in common. Like all these people, Susan says, the content is easy to follow and it's good. The hints given were extremely helpful. Ben says the product has many great resources and easy to understand. It covers the basics really well and the bonus material is very useful. Kathy says, I found the information presented well and easy to follow. Jack says, amazing product, surprised me how well it worked for me. And William says, so what are you waiting for? This is your opportunity to earn money 24/7. Get started today. So nothing complicated about this at all. This was my favorite testimonial here. Holly says, I purchased your Tiny Content Giant Profits Because they've been marketing online since 1998, I was a little nervous it might not contain anything new for me. Boy, was I wrong. You take tactics I already know and put a new twist on them. This training is genius. I am so very glad I took the chance and signed up. That's at debdrum.com/TCGPRon. Let me know if you are in. We just have a couple more things to cover here before I'm going to jump on the questions box here to see your specific questions. The stay to the end bonus. Some of you might be interested in this. You're going to find that on the checkout page. So if you go to debdrum.com/TCGPRon, you're going to go to the right-hand side. You see this, if you look at the screen, you're going to see this arrow here pointing, and you're going to see that the live bonus is going to be a link on that checkout page. So you just need to go to debdrum.com/TCGPRon and go to that link there, and you'll get your hands on this juicy 18-page simple PDF. Now, I'm not giving this to you so that you can consume the content. Of course you can, but I also just want to give it to you so that you can see how easy creating content can be and selling it. Okay, so just some frequently asked questions. How do I choose the niche if I'm just starting out? So I show you how to choose a niche that best suits you to get started quickly. All right. How long do I have access to TCGP? Well, you get lifetime access. You can go through it at your own pace. How long until I see results? Well, that depends on your current situation, your ability to execute and take action, and many other variables. If you take action, I will say it's very hard not to make money with this program, but you just have to do it. What happens next? Well, you'll get access to the Tiny Content Giant Profits level 1 and level 2 and all the bonuses. So we hold nothing back. You get all of it. Who should invest in TCGP? Well, it's for all levels. If you've never made money before or very little, this is for you. And if you have made money, this will help you make more. Is there a payment plan? You can make a payment plan from your end with either a credit card or PayPal credit. Okay, so you're gonna have to do that on your end of it. Is there a guarantee? We do give a performance guarantee. Okay, so I'm very, very clear on what's inside of Tiny Content Giant Profits. I'm very, very clear on that. So if this is for you, then get in. There are no refunds for non-action takers. You can't just look through it and be like, oh, it's not for me. Because I do share a lot of my secrets in here. And, you know, as I shared with you in the presentation of what you get. So, you know, you're gonna be able to complete a product. If you don't have your next product, you can just ask me inside if you have questions and if you're struggling. And that's also, as you know, it's one of the bonuses. What if I need extra help? You can ask me questions inside the members group. Again, I answer them right away. I'm very interactive inside the group. So I'm going to leave this slide up for those of you who are wanting to see that overview again. Sometimes my mouse just disappears, so I have to close that up. And now I'm going to head over to the questions box here and see.
Yeah, it looks like I was saying it was the price was $4.97. I forgot about the coupon code, save 100. So you guys actually get it for $3.97. How many slots is the coupon code? How many customers can use the coupon code?
It's actually unlimited until the timer blows up and explodes,
Okay.
which is on the checkout page.
So you guys want to definitely use that coupon code, save 100 before the timer expires to get $100 off.
Great. Okay. Some of the people asking about the PDF, I believe it's there where I showed you guys. If you go to debdrum.com/tcgpron and you go to the very bottom of what everything that's listed, even in the course, you'll see that link there. And Susanna, thank you, Susanna, says, yes, the PDF works. Thank you. Great, Fran. Patricia says, I'm in. Woohoo! It's a little dancing girl. We have a Patricia that's in and a Patrice. That's interesting. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thanks, Patrice. Let's see. Excited to get started tomorrow morning. It's late in Switzerland. Yes. Perfect. Thanks for joining us, even from Switzerland. Carolyn is in as well. Perfect. Does anyone have any questions that maybe maybe you asked already? If you can ask them again, maybe we missed them. Or if you're, on the fence, you're not quite sure, and there's something that's concerning you, it's best to kind of let us know right now while we're here live. Do you sell info, products, and graphics on different sites than physical products like pillowcases, mugs, t-shirts? Yes, I mean, you don't sell, physical products. You don't sell digital products on physical product sites, right? But Amazon is a good example of where you can sell both physical products and digital products. And you can also, with the second bonus here, you can sell digital products as physical products to make that a little bit more complicated for you. So what I always say, this is a great question, Donna, because I do want to say that the level 1, just because I teach you all these different ways doesn't mean you have to learn every single way. You want to kind of concentrate on one thing and then, maybe get good at that one thing and then move on to the next thing. Like, you don't want to sit there and learn everything, right? And that's not what I'm asking you to do, because we want to kind of start to make money quickly. That's the goal of level 1. All right. So kind of take a gander and say, okay, I'm interested in journals, and then do a journal, right? So you don't want to do everything, because then you're just gonna get overwhelmed. What's the best recommended niche for a complete newbie to start with? I mean, that's a kind of a loaded question, because I always say, and maybe Ron is different, all marketers kind of have a different answer to that question. I'd say that you need to be somewhat into the niche, especially if the product does take a little bit longer to create. Like, if I'm going to create a pillowcase, it doesn't matter if I'm interested in that niche or not. I might just follow the money. But if I'm creating a how-to product or something like that, like my how-to product on the Entrepreneur's Guide to Quarantine, I'm interested in entrepreneurship. I'm interested in teaching entrepreneurs, and I'm excited to create that content, right? If I'm not excited to create that content, then maybe that's not something that I should be doing. How do I enter the coupon code? So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, don't buy before you enter the coupon code, because then you want to make sure the coupon code gets applied and then you purchase. So you could just go scroll down and there's like a box that says have a coupon or something like that. And that's where you put save 100. Gail says, do you have a domain name for each one? No, that's the whole point of this. You're not spending a whole ton of time on these products. Now, if something like really, goes to your favor and something is really doing well, then maybe you want to, spin off a website or something. But the whole point is that you're just kind of testing the water sometimes, and you're just seeing what might work. And that's why you're not spending a lot of time. You're not spending a lot of money either. Okay. I might as well just hold on. Show my screen here. Some people are still. Okay, so if you can see the checkout page here, I just clicked on the link right from the chat box. And here is the live bonus right here. That's the link to go to. And then down here, it says enter the coupon code. And that's where you put save 100. And then you hit like a green button or something like that. And then it brings the price down to $3.97. Thank you, Fran. Gail says, I can't believe people pay $19 for these. Not sure what you're referring to, but they definitely pay $19 for something. Dan says, I think, Dan, after you enter the coupon code, then you would just go up to this area here and make your payment. You choose credit card or PayPal, and then you go for it. Congrats, Elizabeth. Welcome inside. Great questions, by the way. I love the questions. Just gonna go back here. All right. Any other additional outstanding questions about what you get, how to get in? Anything regarding that? We've got a lot of people getting in, which is great. Perfect. Barb found the link. Great. All right. So yes, I mean, to kind of give you, yeah, there's a kind of a live call bonus as well. If you get in before the deal ends, you get the tiny reports, giant profits. That's different from tiny content, giant profits. That is an additional live bonus that you get, and that will tell you everything you need to know about selling these kind of a little bit more writing. Some of you said you like to write, so that is great. And you can be writing these short reports and making a lot of money. They don't have to be very long. And the tiny reports, giant profits PDF is pretty amazing. Wealth of information. You can make 6 figures just by doing that, which is awesome. Okay, after you enter the coupon code, Dan, then you just scroll up to the top and you see where you can enter your payment in. You just enter your payment. You can pick PayPal or your credit card and you can pay. You just have to kind of scroll up. All right, and just make sure that it goes down to $3.97. Gord says, can you talk about or explain bonus 1? Yes. So bonus 1, we didn't really get to talk a lot about licensing. That's another tiny content. I just call that tiny content because you're not creating content really, you're using someone else's content. So you can actually buy content to sell. And I show you kind of a case study of how I made a $47 investment and turned that into 10,000. All right, so but the gist of it is not the fact that I, made a bunch of money. It's the fact that I want you to learn to think different ways on how to sell online, and that you don't always need to create the content yourself. You can either license it or purchase, private label rights. You talk about that a lot. It's not always that you have to be doing the creating part, which is pretty great. All right, I'm so excited to see a ton of people getting in. Perfect. We're gonna have a good time. And kind of the thing that I always wanna tell people is, again, like, we're living in this time now, and some of us are living in states where, or even countries that are on pretty much lockdown, right? Not fun. I'm in New York, so I was locked down in the early days of this whole mess, right? And then other states came and followed thereafter. And one of the things that we really want to do during this time, and I'm not really on lockdown right now, thankfully, but I know that I'm not very hopeful for the fall. I'm not thinking that this is going to be going away. I'm not thinking that lockdown is going to be going away, especially when we hit the colder months. And I'm planning for that because I don't want to be twiddling my thumbs or watching TV or wasting time when I could be making the most out of this time, right? And we need to kind of think, well, how am I going to make the most out of this time? Well, I can learn something, or I can do something that in 2 years, I'm going to see the fruits of my labor. I mean, you could see the fruits of your labor sooner than that, but this type of thing kind of grows and grows and grows. An online business tends to continue to grow as you put more into it, right? So having this, the knowledge of how to create content and how to create content quickly and how to make products, how to sell products. That's why we talk about all the 5 C's: create, close, connect, capitalize, and continue. They all work together. But guess what? That's not all just for this. This is for anything that you want to do online, right? It's for anything you want to do. It's not just for tiny content. It's like if you want to sell anything online, you really need a component of everything that I teach inside of this product. And I used to teach these things like in piecemeal, but I put everything together in one place for you to kind of make this your go-to place where you can learn, implement, ask questions, and really grow as a marketer and finally see some money coming into your business. And I said to you, as part of the guarantee, well, I can't guarantee you make money, but it's like I said, it's pretty hard not to if you kind of take action and do the work. Welcome, Sunita. Hopefully I answered your question, Gord. If anyone's having trouble paying, you can go ahead and write to my support desk, help@debbiedrum.com. I hear you, Gord. Sunita, there's no group, it's just the members area. So it's not really a Facebook group, it's each like section has its own post and you can write questions inside when you have them. And I get notified when you ask questions in there. So it's a little bit different. Yes, the Kajabi program, you're right. Love Kajabi. Okay. I'm not sure, Dan, what's going on, why you're having issues finding like where you pay. Because after you put in the coupon code, you just scroll up and you'll see it on the left-hand side that you enter that's at debdrum.com/TCGP-Ron. That link is in the chat box right now, so you don't have to type it in. You can just click on it. And it is there. You will also be able to pay. And then if you're watching the replay, there'll probably be a button underneath this video. Yeah, Sunita, I agree. Facebook is sometimes a little distracting. Also, like if you have a specific question on a specific topic I'm talking about, it's easier for me to know what you're talking about than like be confused about some random thing that's going on Facebook. Okie dokie. Well, I'm excited for everyone to take advantage of this, and this is definitely a deal. The price will go up automatically when the timer goes off. So I encourage you to kind of take advantage of that. Basically, the coupon code just vanishes after the timer goes off. And so you don't want to be paying more, and you don't want to be kind of angry at yourself if you miss the deal. As you know, you do get lifetime access, and you'll get a lot out of this course if you follow it. And if you want to know how to make sales online, how to make more sales, what to say, how to say it in all different forms and fashions, then get inside Tiny Content, Giant Profits today. I look forward to seeing you there and interacting with me inside the members area, okay? So thank you so much. I'm very excited. You've been a really awesome crowd here today. Thanks to Ron, Douglas, as always. Had a great time. And I will see you all inside.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Deb. Appreciate the presentation. I'm sure it opened a lot of people's eyes to another way of making money, another thing that's possible, and an easy way that, you know, you guys can just create these tiny content products and create evergreen passive income. I mean, these are things that you can earn money from for years to come, just from a little bit of effort and following Deb's system. So it's the last call. Go ahead and grab that. Go to debdrum.com/TCGPRON. Tiny Content, Giant Profits, Ron, TCGPRON. Jot down that link in case you're still thinking about it. And you definitely want to use coupon code SAVE100 to get in on that deal. It's a great deal. Thanks a lot for that deal and for everything today, Deb. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you again soon, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.